In modern day society, are men and women actually equal? Or what does that really mean?
We are the happy headers. I think, first of all, yes, if you clarify exactly what you mean by being equal. So, to me, being equal doesn't mean being the same.
Yeah, I mean, we're vastly different creatures, aren't we?
Yes.
In many ways.
Yes.
Yeah, which I think is wonderful, and I think that balances the whole yin and the yang of the universe and all of that.
But isn't there a problem, I think, with political correctness where I think sometimes women try to behave more like men? Especially in business, when they're in a position of power, they have to wear the power suits and have to be ruthless and very unfeminine in ways.
Yeah, I think that's unfortunate, really, because I see that you're in a man's world, is what feminists would say, really, and they'd say that, a woman who behaves more manly like that, if she's powerful or she's strong or she's opinionated, then she's masculine. Do you know?
Yeah, but see, because women,
could she not just be a powerful woman?
Yeah, but you see, how women are around each other, and you're more qualified to talk about this than I am, but they tend to find something to agree on, something in common. They're friendly. They kind of nurture each other. But in a business environment, that isn't necessarily so. They do have to make decisions. They have to be ruthless. They have to not take into consideration people's feelings. They just have to do what's right for the business. Yeah,
well, that's it. It requires a certain mindset, and I think that's where men and women can be equal. That they can both have that mindset of progression.
I think women can be more equal to men. If you look at women in politics, Maggie Thatcher.
Yeah,
she was much more masculine than any other leader. She got England involved, or the UK involved in more wars and conflicts than any man.
She was a rough woman, all right. But then I think she had to be exceptionally ruthless to survive in that environment. I mean, she had to make men afraid of her,
Yeah.
Because if she didn't, she never would have gotten into that position. I mean, you're talking about a time where women were still tied to the kitchen sink.
Yeah, yeah.
And not just in Ireland, in the UK as well.
But we live in an era now where women in Western society, it's not true universally, it's not in the world, in other parts of the world, women haven't got the same access to education that we have here.
Yeah.
Women haven't got the same opportunities in some parts of the world at all. They are expected to be at home, the mother thing, and tied to the sink.
And not every woman wants to have children, And I mean, if you said that 20 years ago, 30 years ago here in Ireland,
something wrong with you.
People would think you had 10 heads, but maybe you don't want to raise a family. Maybe you do want to have a career instead. That was the option for every man. And what about the men out there who wanted to raise a family and were forced into careers?
Well, isn't it biology? Like a woman has this window of opportunity for fertility to have babies. Now, she can freeze her eggs now. Whereas a man is fertile forever.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't mean that he's as effective when he hits the 70s, though.
You wouldn't know.
As he would be when he's 20. Them lads are beginning to run out of steam.
There's always Viagra and other things. But
that's not going to help your sperm count, Paul.
Right.
We'll have to send him off for a little.
Well, I think that if we accept that men and women are physically different, I think men are designed to bring out dustbins. The bin lorry. It's not a woman's job at all. Men are designed to bring in bags of coal.
Oh my God. We're designed to do it. Yeah. Let us know in the comments what you think of what Paul just said.
But we are. And I think some men are not designed for hoovering or for things because we just don't see the dirt. Just don't see it at all.
Yeah, it doesn't come into your...
or the need to do this. It's perfectly fine sitting around here with food cartons and empty cans of beer and stuff. It's fine, it's homely.
Right. Okay. Well, I disagree with that because I think women can be equally like that,
Right.
For me, certainly, cleanliness is really important, but as far as we'll say, tidiness goes, I don't even see the mess nearly half the time, I just go with it because when you're working and you have kids and stuff like that at home, I don't know any women out there that feel this way as well. You don't have time. I get into my car and it's like a frickin' skip.
Right.
I swear, there's bottles
drive the skip.
everywhere. Yes, I drive it, or a wheelie bin. Maybe a little wheelie bin round the place. Oh my God, it's fierce.
Yeah, yeah.
But now my husband he'd have the car spotless.
You're going on holiday soon. Have you packed?
I actually haven't packed yet, which is
Right.
unusual.
Because this is another difference in the sexes too. Like when I pack to go on holidays, it's just literally a pair of shorts and a vest and
Yeah.
my toothbrush and my razor.
Yeah,
And that's it. I'm
necessities.
done.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm like that too.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
it's funny.
Because
And I don't like shopping. So people would say I'm not a normal woman if I don't like, but I think that's really unfair, you know. I am.
To me, to
Feminine.
brand you stereotypical
Yeah.
as right. Okay.
I know, yeah, because I can bring out the bin. I don't, but I can.
Bring in the coal, throw a bag of coal over your shoulder,
Oh yeah,
hop up the ladder, clean the moss out of the beef shoots.
it is so weird, isn't it? Like
You see,
I
do you have
get-
an
I paint the
expectation of
house.
your husband then that these are jobs that he should do? Because he's a man.
Well, first I probably think, I wonder can we get somebody in to do that job now?
Instead of him.
But
So
then
you're saying he's
he'll go.
incompetent.
He'll
You're
go
saying
and
he's
do it.
incapable.
No, I am
Are
not.
you doing
Oh
the
my
hinting
God,
thing?
that's not
Are
fair.
you doing the hinting thing then? You're hinting and hinting and hinting.
No.
You go, oh, we'll have to pay somebody else. You go, no, I'll do it.
No. Usually I have to try and stop him from doing jobs.
Oh, okay.
My
Right.
God, he's desperate. He'd wear himself out.
All right, so he's
Yeah.
the other extreme.
He's the other extreme, yeah.
Okay.
He's just every woman's dream. I'd say. Stay away from him. He's brilliant around the house, like, he's great.
Okay, so you let him do
It
all of
wasn't
those
always
jobs.
like that.
Right, so he
Yeah.
more than compliments you. Then
Yeah,
he's
oh yeah, he's great.
fixing. You'd be useless without him. You'd be a mess.
We try
You'd
and
be a
meet
mess
in the
without him.
middle. I actually kind of would be. I'd say.
Yeah.
Well, the house would be.
And he eventually cleans the car when the rubbish gets to such a level that you can't see out, of
out
degree stick.
anymore. Yeah. He does. He's I don't know how you drive round in that.
In the professions that we're in,
Yeah.
I think, well, mine's slightly in that I use hypnosis. Sometimes
Yeah.
I think men are more suitable to be hypnotherapists than women. And I say that for, the reason is I think the voice. I think the
Yeah.
deeper the voice you have, I think it lends itself
Yeah.
really, really well
Yeah.
to being a male hypnotherapist.
Yeah.
There's plenty of good female hypnotherapists, but I'm just going to advise opinion. But being a psychotherapist, so using your listening skills, I think women are much more advanced listening-wise.
Again, you know, it's a bit of a general statement, isn't it? Or a bit
It
of
is,
a blanket,
it is.
blanket
And I'm just throwing
statement.
it out there to provoke you.
Yeah, well, it's
respond
not
to me.
working. There's loads of very compassionate men out there, and you're one of them. You know, you're very easy to talk to. And there's lots of men that work here in the clinic as well that are lovely. Do you know?
Yeah.
Like, they're so compassionate, Ken and Lenny. And
You see, I would
lovely.
think it's a female, and again I'm doing the generalisation thing,
Yeah.
that when men are hanging around together, they're not necessarily talking or listening to each other.
Yeah,
Whereas
true.
women are talking and listening to each other.
they're
And
sharing real
the
things.
worst thing you could do to a woman is to ignore her.
Oh, God.
But it's fantastic being a man because you can go, just leave me alone.
You can say what you like.
And you know that old joke, like, you know, two men go to a pub and they stand at the bar, they sit at the bar all evening and they don't have a word at all between
yeah.
each other. They might
Yeah.
talk to the barman and they go home.
That's
and
probably
then-
just
then
an Irish thing, though.
No, I think it's universal. And then they go home and their other half says, yo, how was you? It's brilliant, it's great.
Is
Whereas
it
if two
universal,
women did
actually?
that- If two women did that, it'd be a disaster, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be a disaster. You'd feel really awkward, I'd say. But then again, we always find stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
You know, like
If
I met
you're-
up with
if you-
my friends recently, and
Yeah.
we yap constantly. That there was no end.
Yeah. If
The
you're in a
conversation.
waiting room in
Yeah.
the doctor's surgery or dentist or something, do you feel the need, like if it's just you and one other person, assuming you didn't have your phone, would you feel the need to engage them in conversation?
Not normally. I'm quite happy to sit in silence, but for some reason, no matter where I am, even if I'm in a foreign country and I don't speak the language, there will be somebody who will come up beside me and start telling me their woes. And I
Right.
can tell because of the energy. They just sit down beside
Yeah.
me and they start talking about things. But I think it's because I'm empathic and they feel
Right.
that.
Okay.
So I bet you get them as well.
Yeah, but
So
I'm the kind of person I'd strike up a conversation with anybody. I could be
Yeah.
in a queue for an ATM.
Yeah.
I could be queuing up to pay for stuff in a service station,
Yeah.
and I'll just talk.
Yeah.
to people.
Yeah.
You know, you have
Just
to
a
be out
natural
for a walk.
instinct.
Yeah, it's just a natural, friendly thing.
Yeah.
And people talk back. They don't run immediately.
They don't run immediately.
kind of keep their distance. And when they think it's safe enough, then they kind of have to go.
It's okay.
And we have to go. We're at the end of this video.
No!
Like us, comment, and subscribe. Our subscriber list is building and building. It really matters to us. And
Thank you so much,
thank
guys.
you. Press the like button, and we'll talk to you soon.